Now at 10, a piece of Southeast Kansas mining history makes its move to a permanent location. Plus, authorities respond to a fatal helicopter crash in Oklahoma, and a grading dispute leads to controversy at an Oklahoma university.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
An important piece of coal mining history will soon be on display at the Miners Hall Museum. This is KOAM News. I'm Anthony Saviello. The Page 618 walking drag line left its long-standing location in Cherokee County, making its way north along Highway 69 to its new location at the Miners Hall Museum in Franklin in Crawford County. The planning process has been 10 years in the making and had plenty of setbacks along the way, but at long last, an important piece of coal mining will soon be on display for everyone.
We had 1 year of heavy rains where we couldn't start the move because the ground was muddy. Then the company that was moving it were involved in an accident. One of their biggest trucks was completely damaged. They couldn't just go down the street and buy another truck. They ended up getting it in California. There were just a lot of issues to get to this point.
The museum expects the dragline to be ready for display by next spring. Emergency crews responded to the scene of a fatal helicopter crash today in Mayes County, Oklahoma. The crash happened near 550 Road and 584 Road along the Neosho River. Troopers confirm the pilot, 56-year-old Emmanuel C. Kodakis, died in the crash and was the only person inside. The Grand River Dam Authority says the pilot was contracted to help with line work in the Sportsman Acres area. The cause of the crash has not yet been determined. Let's go ahead and check in with meteorologist Austin Stantz for a first look at weather.
Yes, thank you. It is a little bit chilly out there this evening. The good news, we'll get some cloud cover that will blanket the area, not allowing our temperatures to dive out and bottom out the way that they have in the previous night. So current temperatures right now with these southerly winds, 35 in Joplin. Pittsburgh, you're sitting at 36. Nowata, 37 degrees. And Bentonville, you're currently at 39. Now overnight tonight, we're going to see our temperatures fall slowly. 34 degrees by 6 a.m. our overnight low. Going to be right around 32 degrees this evening. Coming up and what you can expect for tonight, we'll talk about that chilly evening as we get ready to head into the weekend. But how about possible weekend rain chances? We'll time that out for you and what you can expect there. And temperatures, well, those are going to be warming up as we head later into the week. I'll have all the details coming up in my full forecast.
Austin, thanks. A grading dispute at the University of Oklahoma is drawing national attention. A student's reaction essay for a psychology course received a 0, prompting questions about academic fairness and personal ideology in the classroom. As Paige Taylor reports, a faculty advisor reviewed the assignment and is now challenging how it was evaluated.
A psychology course essay written by an OU student is in the spotlight after the student received a 0. According to the OU chapter of Turning Point USA, the 650-word essay was written by Samantha Fulnecki for an assignment about how people are perceived based on society's expectations of gender roles. Fulnecki was also graded on a discussion post. According to TPUSA OU, Fulnecki cited the Bible throughout her essay to support her claims that eliminating gender in society would be, quote, detrimental because that would put people, quote, farther from God's original plan for humans. Fulnecki reached out to Turning Point USA chapter faculty advisor Gary Barksdale for help.
So in that email, she sent it to me and many others, and had voiced her concerns in that email about being unjustly graded by her psychology instructor. So it was for a 2000 level psychology class. And so I read through all of that stuff, and I did respond to her, letting her know that, that I would have written the paper a little bit differently.
Barksdale walked us through the grading criteria for the reaction paper.
10 points was appointed if the student had tied this back to the assigned article, and then the student assessed whether the student has read the assigned article. Well, I would argue that the student didn't deserve a 0 for that because she at least partway met that. Reaction content. And Mel states, does the article provide a reaction, reflection, discussion of some aspect of the article rather than a summary? I would contend that the student met that criteria more than 50%.
Barksdale says the clarity of writing aspect of the criteria is where he personally would be a little more critical. He says while he himself wouldn't have given the paper an A, it did not deserve a 0.
This paper was soliciting her feelings. This paper was soliciting her reaction. This paper was soliciting her discussion on this topic. So I feel that the instructor was completely unjust in giving the student a 0. This paper did not earn a 0 grade. And I feel that this 0 was a punitive grade based on the instructor's insertion of her own or his, however they identify, own personal feelings in this.
The university says the instructor is on administrative leave during that review. Most kids start their school day with crayons and storybooks, but at Mark Twain Elementary, these miniature baristas are clocking in every Friday to run their own coffee shop. This year, they're raising funds to go towards the Mark Twain Scholarship for seniors who attended Mark Twain Elementary. The students are learning about working as a team, counting money, and time management as they complete this unconventional learning experience.
As much as we can support kids, it tells them how important learning is, how important they are, and these are our future leaders, and I'm telling you what, these kids are awesome.
All right, eyes on me, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, we're gonna cut.
December 19th. Getting in the holiday spirit coming up, the city of Miami lights up an annual holiday tradition, but up first, a non-profit in Parsons celebrates the season with some community members. Skill Resource Center in Parsons holds its annual holiday party for the community. KOM's Mitch Adams brings us more about Skill's mission, especially this holiday season.
It's time to walk around the Christmas tree and gather with one another to celebrate the holidays. Skill Resource Center, an organization based in Parsons, Kansas that helps people with disabilities and their caregivers, jingles into the Christmas spirit with its annual holiday party.
I think it's an opportunity for people to come together and do peer support and have a chance to be with other people who have similar situations as them. They have the need.
The party also wants to celebrate those who take care of folks with disabilities in our communities.
The caregivers are the heroes that make it possible. The caregivers are the ones that help assist people to get out of bed every day, to be able to get dressed, and to be able to take part in their life, whatever that may be that they want to engage in. So, of course, we want to celebrate them. So it's just an opportunity for us to have the community come together, people with disabilities, their caregivers, their family, and just celebrate together the holiday season.
With prizes to win, bingo balls rolling, and a silent auction, the purpose of the party is to unite. But in other ways, the gathering helps shape new bonds.
To have that chance to just feel the love that comes with that holiday season and just feel like they're part of a family.
Reporting in Parsons, Kansas, Mitch Adams, KOAM News.
Skill also encouraged folks attending the party to bring a non-perishable food item donation for the local food pantry. The Parsons Police Department launched its first holiday medallion hunt thanks to a new partnership with Stringer Family Adventures. This year's hunt includes a $500 prize with daily clues posted for families and treasure hunters across the community. Police say they're hoping to see the excitement as residents search parks and public areas in the local area for a hidden medallion.
Collaboration with the community is 100% of what we try to establish. Every year we have partnerships with other entities, businesses for our legacy fund and our annual golf tournament. And this is just another opportunity for us to reach out, collaborate with an outside source to bring a little bit of holiday cheer for some lucky citizen in the city.
The department is proud of and is just another way to give back to the people of Parsons, they say about this tradition. The largest Christmas tree on Route 66 got lit up at the annual Miami Christmas tree lighting performances from Miami students. Food trucks, face painting, and photos with Santa were at the event as well. The lighting this year was dedicated to Mark Glassman, who was a firefighter with Miami Fire Department and was Santa in the parades for many years.
So we have the tallest live Christmas tree on Route 66. So the Route 66 symbol on the front of it is new this year, just an addition. And next year is the 100th birthday of Route 66. So we're going to celebrate that by having a 66-foot tall Christmas tree next year.
If you want to see the tree yourself, it is located at Security Bank and Trust on Main Street in Miami. This holiday season, Anderson Elementary School students are bridging the generational gap by visiting the McDonald County Living Center. The children will sing songs, make holiday crafts, and share meaningful moments with the residents. Not only do these trips teach important lessons of kindness and compassion to students, but also brings laughter and Christmas cheer to each resident.
Because you get to learn about the residents and have fun with them. And you get to learn about them.
For the residents, the kids bring joy, energy, and the comforting spirit of the holidays. Santa has arrived at the North Park Mall. All are welcome to visit him, and photo packages are available for purchase. You can visit Santa Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays from noon to 6 p.m. Austin returns next with a complete look at your forecast, and a little later, a fabled part of animation history will soon draw new life in Kansas City.
Well, your Friday evening has remained cool and dry. Let's talk about those current temperatures out there right now. Sitting in the 30s, the thing you'll notice, those winds coming out of the south, southerly winds are going to produce a little bit of moisture for us going into your Saturday, but current temperatures across the region, 35 in Lamar, 35 Parsons, 36 in Veneta, 37 in Neosho, Joplin. You're sitting at 35 currently right now. Overnight, we'll see temperatures drop gradually to around 34 degrees. Our overnight low going to be sitting right around 32 for this evening. Our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex camera looking in downtown Joplin right now. It's a cloudy evening out there tonight. We've started to see that overcast type of cloud cover begin to take over. So mostly cloudy conditions expected for tonight. 32 going to be that low. But as we head into your Saturday, we're going to see that cloud cover clear up in the morning hours. You'll get some pockets of sunshine out there. It's the afternoon hours that we see that we could possibly see some rainfall there. Now, this model being a little bit more aggressive with some of that rainfall and how widespread it is. Just maybe a brief pocket or two between Iola, Fort Scott, and Nevada. But as we make our way back into Saturday evening, we'll start to see that cloud cover make its way back in, and these winds begin coming out of the north. We'll talk about that in just a second. But for your Saturday, planning your weekend, 51 degrees, some morning sunshine, some evening cloud cover, and the potential of just a very brief shower held off and isolated to the northern region. It's a little bit warmer out there as well. Now, as we head into Saturday, those winds will be out of the south 5 to 10 miles per hour, but we did notice going into Sunday, winds shift out north. Even though it's just a little bit of brief rainfall that'll be isolated to the northern region, that is going to be a cold front that passes through. So we're going to see those winds actually increase anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting upwards of 20. And that's also going to mean some cooler temperatures as well. Let's take a look at your Sunday. Sunday starts off relatively cloudy out there, but we will get some brief pockets of sunshine out there as well. But by the noon hour, we're still sitting in the mid to upper 30s here. 37 in Joplin, 36 Pittsburgh, 34 in Chanute by Sunday at noon. So it is going to definitely be a colder one out there for us. As that cloud cover begins to clear, especially off to the west, you might get a little bit warmer than you will in the eastern portions of the region here, as we're going to see some warmer conditions out there. But a high out there for your Sunday, right around 38 degrees. Now, we see that system that moved through for the weekend that's going to hold off those showers off to the northern portions of the region. The next opportunity to see some rainfall going to be on Thursday into Friday next week. Let's take a look at that 10-day forecast, talk about that. We see 45 degrees on Monday. Temperatures are up from there. And then we see the 60s on Thursday with potential rain on Friday.
Austin, thanks. Still ahead, highlights from Carthage's state championship matchup with Platte County. Plus, Seneca is the Class 3 state champion for the first time in 30 years. That's coming up next. Championship Friday for Missouri high school football with Seneca and Carthage playing in the big game. Let's go to the highlights from a busy day in St. Joe. Class 3 title game opening the day with Seneca taking on Lift for Life. Following a defensive stop on the open drive, the Indians offense goes to work with Roman Miller scoring from a yard out. Seneca leads 7-0, but here comes the Hawks with a response. Javion Scott with this carry, fighting his way in for 6, but the 2-point attempt, it's no good. Indians going to lead 7-6. Ensuing drive, it's Miller again up the gut and breaking free for 43 yards before capping off the drive with his second score of the game. He finished with 183 yards on the ground. Indians leading 14-12 in the final minute of the half, but Phoenix Isa has other ideas, evading pressure and connecting with Dawson Moss for a 44-yard TD. Hawks take the lead, but it was short-lived after another huge run from Miller sets up this trick play from Seneca. Brody Robert to Drew Sherwood for their first and only pass completion in this one. Indians lead at half. Opening second drive, 3rd and long for Seneca, and Probert takes off, breaking tackles and finding Pater to 25-yard run to extend the lead. Now a 1-point game in the 4th, and it's Probert again running behind his blocker and scoring from 5 yards out, and the lead is up. Crunch time late in the game, 4th and 1 for the Hawks, and the Indians defense comes up with a huge stop as Seneca wins their first state title game since 1995, defeating Lift for Life 33-26. After the game, head coach Cody Hilburn spoke with his team and the community supports.
I must have had a bad case of allergies last night when I addressed the team. I turned, I don't know, I'm getting old or something, but talking to them, when we pulled out of town on Thursday afternoon, I don't know if there was a fire truck or a police car or any first responder still left in town, because we got this huge escort all the way out of town, and there was probably 500 people lined up on Main Street, and that just doesn't happen everywhere. And I told those guys, imagine what it's going to be like when we come home. And you saw the crowd out there. We're from a small town that's in very southwest Missouri, and everybody made the trip up here, and everybody's going to be waiting on us when we get home on Main Street.
In the nightcap battle, Carthage going against Platte County in the Class 5 championship. Opening possession, Pirates give it to Adam Gisler, who gets the sideline and tight ropes it for the touchdown. Platte County leads by 7. Tigers respond quickly. Goal-to-go situation, handoff to Landon West, and the junior running back runs it in for 6, tying the game. Ensuing Pirates drive, Rocco Marriott fakes the handoff. He's going to fake it right here and takes it himself, finding a lane and getting into the end zone, regaining the lead for Platte County. Following a Carthage punt, it's Gisler again bouncing to the outside, finding the sideline and racing 99 yards for this second TD, and the Pirates lead grows to 2 possessions. Tigers looking for momentum. Zane Browning fakes the handoff and launches it deep to the wide open Tate Nichols, who takes it inside the 5-yard line. A huge play for Carthage. Next play, Browning calling his own number, and the ball, it's jarred loose, but Malachi Douglas recovers in the end zone. Touchdown Tigers, and it's a 1-score game. Following a surprise onside kick recovered from Carthage, 4th down and goal for the offense. Browning calls his own number again, spins out of a tackle and dives into the touchdown. This one tied at half. It's tied at the end of the game, goes into overtime, but Platte County comes out with the win in OT, 34-28, the final. That's a look at sports. We're right back.
We get a look at your 10-day forecast. Things are going to look pretty good as we make our way through the weekend. It's a little chilly Sunday. We're talking very little rainfall Saturday, so nothing really to worry about for your weekend. As we head into next week, though, temperatures warming up into the 60s by Thursday. Cold front passes through, bringing a chance for some rain on Friday, and next weekend looking good.
In Kansas City, Missouri, the building where Walt Disney first sketched the characters that launched his career is getting a new life. As Alex Love reports, a nonprofit is working to restore the studio, turning Disney's first workspace into a digital arts school and community hub.
Long before the amusement parks and movies, Walt Disney was searching for his first characters right here off Troost and 31st Street.
When Disney was in the process of going bankrupt, he actually slept on a tarpaulin against this wall, and he was pretty much living out of this building. This is a receipt from the bankruptcy papers from Schutte Lumber.
Gary Sage is one of the people working to keep Disney's ties to Kansas City more than just a footnote. Walt Disney rebuilt his career after leaving Kansas City, but Sage and the Thank You Walt Disney charity want to restore the place that launched Disney's animations.
He actually spent more time in Kansas City than any other place. And then this building really represents the birth of animation with regard to its integration with the movie industry.
This iconic building sat empty for decades. Now neighbors like Tony Miller want to see it come back to life.
I feel like it'll help the community because it'll keep kids busy and out of the streets, honestly.
Kids can find inspiration here. They'll attend a digital art school where Walt Disney started his legacy. The upstairs will house a replica of Disney's drawing rooms, and professional animators and graphic designers will also work here.
The notion is that those successful entrepreneurs will also complement what we're trying to do with regard to digital media training down on the first floor, so that the students, as they're learning, hopefully will be able to interact with some of the entrepreneurs.
Thank You Walt Disney Inc. still needs more money. They're halfway to their $6.5 million goal to renovate this Midtown building. The group wants to preserve its historical character from Walt Disney's time. Recently, workers finished a new roof, windows, and ironwork.
We're in the process of putting together grant applications that'll add probably another $2 to $3 million. We've still got a gap out there for about $1 million. So the issue of when the building's finished is dependent on when the funding's actually going to be there.
Anyone can support the project by donating to the Thank You Walt Disney nonprofit. The group says it plans to open the studios by late next year. It's been our time for tonight. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.